Good morning, children. This session we are going to discuss some important contents in changes around us. Okay. So what are the contents we are going to discuss today? Let me see now. First one about biocatalyst. Next, effects of chemical changes. In this, we are going to discuss about two effects. One is about biological effects and another one is about environmental effects. Okay. So in this biological effects, spoilage of food and vegetables. Next one, rancidity of fishes and meat. Next, apples and fruits turned brown when cut. These things we are going to discuss in biological effects. Okay. Next, in environmental effects, about pollution, rusting, tarnishing of metal articles, followed by production of heat, production of light, production of sound, and production of pressure. Apart from this, we are going to discuss two activities also along with the book exercise and question answers. Okay. So first, let me start with the biocatalyst. Enzymes and yeast are called biocatalysts. Okay, it's a one mark question. So enzymes and yeast. Are called as biocatalysts. So what is meant by biocatalyst? Enzymes and yeast are called biocatalysts. Then what is enzymes and what is meant by yeast? Enzyme is a substance, okay, enzyme is a substance which is present in or otherwise it is produced in all living things that helps the chemical change to happen more quickly, okay. Then what do you mean by yeast? Yeast is a substance which is used for making bread and also it is also used for making wine as well as beer, right? So what is meant by biocatalyst? Enzymes and yeast are called biocatalysts. Got it? Right. Next one, we will discuss about the biological effects, that spoilage of food and vegetables. Okay. So food spoilage of food is it actually takes spoilage of food and vegetables. Okay. Food spoilage means the color, flavor, taste, texture and many other nutritional value of food is unsuitable to eat and it is also not edible to human. Okay, edible means what? Suitable to be eaten. But here unsuitable means what? It is not edible to eat. Okay, it causes side effects. It causes many health issues to our body. Okay, in short, food spoilage means an undesirable changes that have taken place in a food, okay, which have made it unfit to eat. Then microbiological food spoilage is caused by the growth of microorganisms like bacteria, yeast and molds. Okay. Most natural foods have limited life. For example, fish, meat, bread as well as milk are perishable foods. What do you mean by perishable foods? Which means they have very short storage life and also, okay, so these perishable foods have very short storage life and they easily spoil. Got it, children? Good. So next we can move to the rancidity of fishes and meat. Okay. So rancidity means unpleasant smell or taste. Okay, unpleasant smell or taste. That is called the rancidity. Fishes and meat contains high levels of polyunsaturated fatty acids. fishes and meat contains high levels of polyunsaturated fatty acids when it undergoes oxidation. Okay, it causes bad odor when it is exposed to air or light. So this process is known as rancidity. Okay, so this polyunsaturated fatty acid, actually it is, what is meant by polyunsaturated fatty acid? It is a long chain carbon based acids which is present in fats. Okay, so here this C is nothing but carbon. Okay, it is a long chain acid, long chain carbon based acids. These are present in fats. Got it? Good. So next one we can move to apples and fruits turn brown when cut. Apples and fruits turn brown because of enzymatic browning. Enzymatic browning. So this process involves three steps. Okay, one is the oxygen, another one is the special enzyme called polyphenol oxidase. In short, PPO. PPO means what? Polyphenol oxidase. Okay, so one is oxygen, another one is polyphenol oxidase, and third one is polyphenols are also called phenolic compounds. So these phenolic compounds, when it reacts with oxygen, it catalyzes into biochemical reaction. Okay, so it forms brown pigment known as melanin. So biochemical reaction means chemical reactions involving biological substances. Got it, children? So it forms a brown pigment. Because of this, phenolic compounds are present in plants. Okay, so this phenolic compounds are present in plants. It forms a brown pigment known as melanin. Right? Next, we can move to the environmental effects. First one about pollution. Pollution is an introduction of harmful materials to the environment. Okay, otherwise we can say undesirable changes that have taken place in physical, chemical or biological substances of the environment is termed as pollution. Okay, the harmful materials are called pollutants. Okay, harmful materials are called pollutants. So these harmful pollutants actually damages the quality of air, water as well as land. Okay, many chemical substances harm all the living as well as non-living things. Got it, children? Right. So there are three important types of pollution. One is the air pollution, second one is water pollution, and the next one is land pollution. These three are very important types of pollution. Okay. So first one, let me discuss about the types of chemical substances and their effects. Okay, what are the chemical substances are responsible for air pollution? What are the effects due to air pollution? These things we are going to discuss now. Okay, first one, air pollution. Type of pollution. First one, we are going to discuss about air pollution. Okay, so what are the chemical substances are responsible for air pollution? One is CO2. CO2 means what? Carbon dioxide. Got it? Next one, CO. CO is nothing but carbon monoxide. Next, oxides of sulfur, oxides of nitrogen, CFC. CFC means what? Chlorofluorocarbons. This chlorofluorocarbons is a pollutant. Okay. In short, we will say CFC. Okay. So next one, methane. So these are some of the chemical substances are responsible for the air pollution. What are the effects? First one, it causes, these chemical substances causes acid rain. You know about acid rain. Next, global warming. Global warming means what? Increase in temperature of the atmosphere due to various human activities. Got it? Next, respiratory problems also. Will these chemical substances create respiratory problems also along with this acid rain as well as global warming. Got it? Next, water pollution. So here, wastewater containing chemical substances. Okay, industries mostly they release the wastewater. It contains harmful substances, chemical substances. Okay, so wastewater containing chemical substances. Example, dyeing industries, oil spillage, detergents, etc. So what are the effects? One is decrease in the quality of water. Skin diseases also will happen. Okay, so decrease in the quality of water, skin diseases, many other problems will create due to water pollution. Got it? Next one, land pollution. The chemical substances are fertilizers actually we use, isn't it? Fertilizers like urea, this ammonia, pesticides, herbicides, solid waste, plastics, etc. These are some of the chemical substances caused due to land pollution. And effects are totally it will spoil the land. Okay, these chemical substances totally spoils the land. It causes cancer. Also, it causes some respiratory diseases. Okay, so these things you should remember, children. What are the three main types of pollution? One is air pollution, another one is water pollution, next one is land pollution. And also you should learn about the chemical substances and the effects. Got it? Right. Shall we move to the next one? Good. Next one, rusting. Rust is an iron oxide. Rust is an iron oxide. Rust is an iron oxide, a reddish brown oxide formed by the reaction of oxygen and iron in the presence of air and water. Okay, rust means what? Iron oxide. You should remember this one. Rust means iron oxide. Okay, it is a reddish brown oxide formed by the reaction of iron as well as oxygen in the presence of what? Air and water. Okay, got it? Next one, about the tarnishing of metal articles. What do you mean by tarnish? Tarnishing means what? To become less bright. Okay, to become less bright. Tarnish is a thin layer of corrosion that forms in aluminium, magnesium, okay, as well as copper, brass, and many other metals. As the outermost layer undergoes chemical reaction. Okay, so because of this tarnish, okay, shiny metal surfaces lose their shiny appearance. Okay, shiny metal surfaces lose their shiny appearance because of tarnish only. So this is purely a chemical reaction. This tarnishing of metal articles takes place due to chemical reaction only. Got it, children? Shall we move to the next one? Next one, production of heat. Some chemical reactions produce heat. Okay, chemical reaction which involves the liberation of heat, okay, or evolution of heat are called exothermic reaction. Okay, exothermic reaction. So exothermic reaction means what? Chemical reactions involving liberation or evolution of heat is called exothermic reaction. In short, exothermic reaction releases energy. Got it? For example, if you add water to quicklime, okay, if you add water to quicklime, lot of heat, enormous heat is liberated to produce slaked-lime. What is the chemical name of quicklime? The chemical name of quicklime is calcium oxide. Okay, then what is the formula of calcium oxide? CaO. Okay, CaO is calcium oxide. And what is the chemical name of slaked-lime? Calcium hydroxide. What is the formula of calcium hydroxide? CaOH twice. Okay, so if you add water to calcium oxide, what happens? Lot of heat is liberated because it is an exothermic reaction to produce slaked-lime, that is calcium hydroxide. Got it? Good. So next one, production of light. Some chemical reactions produce light. If you burn magnesium ribbon, lot of bright light is formed, okay, along with heat. Okay, Diwali is very nearby, isn't it? So during Diwali time we burst crackers. Okay, crackers produce bright light. Okay, crackers produce bright light because of what? Due to chemical reactions only. Got it? Next one, we can go to production of sound. When you hit a metal, what happens? Sound is heard, isn't it? When we speak, sound is produced. So some chemical reactions produce sound. During Diwali time we burst crackers, isn't it? Fireworks, isn't it? So what is present in the fireworks? Chemical reactions actually takes place. Okay, chemicals are present in the crackers. If you burst the crackers, chemical reactions takes place and it produces a lot of sound. Okay, so this is also due to chemical reactions only. Got it? Next. Production of pressure. Some chemical reactions produce gases when increase the pressure. Okay, if you increase the pressure, some chemical reactions produce gases. This is it will produce gas. No, so this reaction actually will take place in a closed container only. Okay, so some chemical reactions produce gases when increase the pressure, and this reaction takes place in a closed container. So if this pressure level goes beyond the limit, okay, so explosion, we get explosion. Okay, if the pressure level is high or goes beyond the limit, we get explosion. Fireworks as well as explosives burnt because of this reason only. Got it, children? Okay, what are the things we discussed today? One is about biocatalyst. What is meant by biocatalyst? Enzymes and yeast are called biocatalysts. Next, effects of chemical changes. In biological effect, we discussed about spoilage of food and vegetables. Okay, so spoilage of food and vegetables mainly is caused due to what? Food spoilage like flavor, color, taste, everything. Flavor, color, taste, and what are the things we discussed? That is spoilage of food and vegetables means it is mainly due to chemical reaction only. Okay, so it is unsuitable to eat. Okay, if the food is spoiled means it will create lot of health issues. Okay, it also create unpleasant smell. Next, rancidity of fishes and meat means fishes and meat. Rancidity means unpleasant smell, taste or flavor. Okay, so fishes and meat containing high levels of polyunsaturated fatty acids. Okay, when it undergoes oxidation, it causes bad odor when it reacts with what? Oxygen. Okay, so next one, apples and fruits turn brown. This is due to enzymatic browning, isn't it? What are the three steps involved in that enzymatic browning? One is the oxygen, another one is special enzyme called polyphenol oxidase, and another one is what? A special enzyme called the polyphenol oxidase. Otherwise we can say it is a phenolic compounds. Okay, when it undergoes reaction, it forms a brown pigment that is known as melanin. This is the main reason for this apples and fruits turn brown when cut. This is mainly due to the brown pigment called melanin. So So next one we discussed about the environmental effects. Pollution is nothing but what undesirable changes that have taken place in physical, chemical as well as biological substances of the environment. Okay. So next one rust. Rust is nothing but iron oxide. And next one tarnishing of metal articles. This is also purely due to what? Chemical reaction only. Okay. Next, production of heat, light as well as production of sound and pressure we discussed, isn't it? Okay. Now we can move to the activity. Take page number 109 in your book. Activity 4. Just to see the activity 4. Take 2 clean test tubes. Take sulfuric acid in one test tube and solution of sodium hydroxide in another test tube. Okay. Slowly and carefully add sodium hydroxide solution to sulfuric acid. Now touch the sides of the test tube. What do you feel? What do you infer? Okay. So when you add sodium hydroxide to sulfuric acid during chemical reaction, when these two chemicals react to form sodium hydrogen sulfate or sodium bisulfate. Okay. NaHSO4. Sodium hydrogen sulfate or sodium bisulfate. During this reaction, enormous amount of heat is liberated. Why? Because this is an exothermic reaction. What I told you, exothermic reaction means chemical reactions involving liberation of heat or evolution of heat. Got it? Right. So next one, along with the sodium hydrogen sulfate, we get water also. Right. So next activity 5. Take a clean test tube, add some dilute hydrochloric acid, drop a piece of magnesium or a piece of zinc metal. What do you see? Now bring a burning matchstick from the mouth of the test tube. What do you hear? What do you infer? Okay, so first what we are adding? We have to take one clean test tube and we have to add dilute hydrochloric acid and then we have to drop a piece of magnesium or zinc metal. Then bring a burning matchstick near the mouth of the test tube. Okay, what happens? You will hear a pop sound. Okay, why? Because when hydrochloric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid, when it reacts with metals like zinc or magnesium, okay, hydrogen gas is liberated. Hydrogen gas is a flammable gas. It catches fire easily. Okay, it is a flammable gas. So when it reacts with oxygen, which is present in the air, to form the pop sound. Okay, this is the concept behind this activity 5. Understood, children? Right. So next we can move to the mind map about this lesson. Concept map. Okay. So changes around us. What is the topic of the lesson? The topic of the lesson is changes around us. Okay. So in that, what are the things we discussed? First one is about factors. Okay. Factors. What are the things or what are the factors are responsible for chemical changes to take place? So in that, contacts in physical states, solution of reactants, electricity, chemical reactions involving heat, chemical reactions involving light, and followed by chemical reactions involving catalyst. Okay, so these are the factors. These are the factors responsible for the changes around us. Okay, so next one, biological effects. In that we discussed about spoilage of food and vegetables. Okay, so next one, rancidity of fish and meat. Next, fruits turning brown. And then environmental effects. Pollution of environment, we discussed about the pollution, rusting of iron and also tarnishing of metal articles. Okay. So next one, other effects, we discussed about the production of heat, production of light, production of sound and production of pressure. Okay. So these things you should next page number, take page number 111. Okay. So Roman letter 1 is choose the best answer. Next, fill in the blanks, true or false, as well as match the following is given. You will get the PDF. Okay, seeing the answer, just mark the answers in the book itself. No need to write the answers in the classwork notebook. And then come to Roman letter 5. Answer briefly. Next Roman letter is answer in detail. And Roman letter 7 is higher order thinking. Hot questions. Hot questions means higher order thinking questions. Okay. So these three Roman letters you should copy down in your classwork. That is Roman letter 5, 6 and 7. Okay. And come to Roman letter 8. It's a value based questions only. So no need to copy this Roman letter 8 in your classwork. Three Roman letters you have to complete. That is Roman letter 5, 6 and 7. Right children? And go through all the contents. What are the contents we discussed today? Everything you have to go through it and copy down the Roman letter 5, 6 and 7 in your classwork without fail. Okay children, the remaining things we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.